Okay, hi everyone. Yay for team call night. It is Tuesday. I always do this. I can never remember the date. September 27th. And we are here with Angell Mortensen. Am I saying your last name right?
It's Angell,
Oh,
actually.
sorry.
You're okay. I blame my mom.
Well, with that, I'll say that we have actually never talked on Zoom before, but I am in Brigida's Diamond group with her, and I follow everybody in that group because I think that following other coaches is a wonderful way to get ideas, but I try to follow people who I can relate to, like we've talked about on our team page, like not following a bunch of people and just jumping around, not letting them overtake your newsfeed. But then I saw this wonderful post that she signed 6 coaches in 1 week, and I was like, please come talk to my team because that's something that we had been talking about, and it was on my mind and my list of, providing trainings for our team. And so I'm so excited that she's here, Angell, and she has been a coach for 2.5 years. And in that 2.5 years, so 30 months, she's hit Success Club every single month. So she has come out of the gate ready to go as a Success starter and now a Success Club legend. And she's currently, she holds that rank of a 2-star diamond coach, which is so awesome and wonderful. I don't even know all of the perks you get when you become a 2-star, but I can't wait to one day find out. So go ahead, and I have paper, and I hope everyone has paper and pens to take notes and just take all these nuggets and apply them. So go ahead whenever you're ready.
All right. I'm totally honored to be on this call, and I will say I don't feel like I have anything super new to tell you guys. Like, we are on an incredible team that has so many amazing trainings. So if you feel like this is something you are struggling with or need extra help with, then look around, look through Team Forward Fitness and at some old calls, because there are lots of coaches who have shared their secrets or whatever. But I'm excited to talk to you guys. So just as a quick intro, I am a mom of 4. I'm going to have my 5th in December. I have 4 girls and I'm having a boy. And I started out as a challenger, which I think is really important because when it comes to recruiting, challengers make the best coaches, in my experience. And honestly, anyone can obviously jump into this, but if they don't fall in love with the products and the programs and Shakeology, then it's going to be really hard for them to succeed. So I was a challenger. I lost my baby weight after my 4th baby with Insanity and Shakeology, and fell in love, became a full-on at-home fitness girl, and jumped around to Chalene Extreme. Anyways, my coach invited me for 9 months to be a coach, and I told her no for 9 months. I think she asked me 3 or 4 times during that time. And to be perfectly honest, she put up a post about doing a sneak peek, and I was just curious about how she was making money. I didn't know how much she was making. She probably was not making that much at all at the time, but I knew she was making an income because she was posting about it, and I was just curious. So I kind of felt a little bit guilty because when I told her I was going to be in that group, she was super pumped, and I was like, I am not signing up for this coaching thing. I just want to know how she's making money. But anyways, long story short, after learning for a week during this little sneak peek all about coaching, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I knew I needed to pay this forward. And so, like Samantha said, I jumped in with both feet and just started going. So I went Emerald in 3 days. Now, that's kind of crazy, but I signed up my mom, who was already on Shakeology and loved it, and I signed up my husband because he was stealing my Shakeology. And I knew that Emerald was an important step. So I went Emerald right away. When it comes to going Diamond, it took me a while. I know we hear about all of these coaches that jump in and they're Diamond in 2 months or 90 days or whatever. At about the 6.5 month mark, I messaged, it's working for me. Is it, can you guys hear me? Sorry. Okay. Hopefully the recording is catching me. I don't know. But I messaged Brigida and just said, okay, what am I doing wrong? I know I want to get to Diamond, but I am not close. And I've been doing this and hitting Success Club every month and running challenge groups and on and on and on. And she said to me, you need to invite everyone to be a coach. Now, that's something I hadn't done. Like, my coach, when she invited me to be a participant, she sent me the coach link. And, like, having to put in my social security number freaked me out. So I was like, no, like, I'm not doing the coach thing. Just send me the customer thing. And I think that in my brain, I assumed everyone would be like that, which is not the case. So from that time that I talked to Brigida, I started inviting everyone to get a coach account and was diamond about 6 weeks later. So invite everyone to be a coach. Invite everyone to have a coach account. I feel like if we understand how amazing Shakeology is, then it'll just be natural to invite everyone to have a coach account. Even if they're not going to coach, just to have that coach account. Because honestly, it's going to help them. And that's what we're here for, right? Is to help our challengers. So I remember hearing a stat. It's been a while, and I can't even quote where I heard it, but I think it was on a national wake-up call where they said that customers usually stay on Shakeology for an average of about 3 months, and people with coach accounts stay on Shakeology for an average of 6 months. So for me, that was like, well, I want my challengers on Shakeology because I know how amazing it is. I know all the benefits I've received. I want that for all my friends and family. So it's just natural to invite everyone to have a coach account. So if you're not doing that already, do it. Just start offering it. When I'm talking to people about joining my groups, I always tell them, so I talk to them, I find out about them, I find out about their goals and what they want to achieve, and I figure out with them which program is going to be best. And from there, after I know, okay, this girl is a 21-day fixed girl, then I go on and say, you have 2 options when it comes to ordering. You can order with a coach account, which will give you 25% off of all of your future orders, or you can order with a customer account. So either way, the price is the same up front. Just let me know and I'll send you a direct link. And that's just kind of how I do the invite originally out of the gate for, obviously that's like for a discount coach, right? And I've been amazed at how many people want that coach account, how they want to save money. And we talk about it. I let them know that this Shakeology thing isn't just for like the 21 days of this 21-day fix or like the 30 days of my group. It's a lifestyle thing and it can help them. And if they have more weight to lose, then let's stay on Shakeology for as long as we can. Hopefully, obviously forever, right? But so a lot of people want that coach account when you understand how important it is and how important Shakeology is. Now, the next, I think, area that I really recruit from is, of course, my challenge groups. I think we can all tell from our challenge groups, we've got people who are just natural coaches, right? They jump in, they're posting, they're sharing, they're encouraging people, they're doing it. And so I get on that really quick, like within a week, and just say, hey, listen, you would make an amazing coach. Do you want to know the details? Like, you should be on my team. I think you'd be fantastic. And obviously, not everyone's going to say yes. In fact, most people say no. Like, I don't know about that. I said no for 9 months, right? Like, I have to remind myself of that it has to be on their time. But if I'm not inviting them, then it's not even in the back of their mind. Like, I think inviting people immediately, they're thinking about it. And it kind of pops up in their head every now and then. So jump on those challengers who are already doing the coaching activities because they are going to be your rockstar coaches someday. And I know my coach had to practice a lot of patience waiting those 9 months, but she's grateful that she waited, right? It's worked out. So I invite in my challenge groups, I invite my participants to post on social media about what they're doing. I invite them to post in the group. I've run some groups where in the last week, I've had each of them act as a coach and put up a post for the day. And they kind of know, like, all right, I'm Monday, so I'll just put up a motivational / something I've learned kind of post. So they're doing these coaching activities. I invite my challengers to invite a friend to join my next challenge group. And oftentimes they do. And especially if they have the coach account, then I can talk to them about taking advantage of the referral like opportunity or the referral program where they can kind of, they can get like $33 for inviting a friend to do the next fitness group with me. And they don't even have to act as a coach, So again, that has helped to kind of open up that door of coaching. And really, even our discount coaches, when they see money come into their account from this, I mean, it's kind of exciting. Like, this is a real business opportunity. And some of them jump in and say, okay, tell me more about this. I want to know more. So recruiting from challenge groups is huge. And sticking with those challengers after the challenge group is over is huge. I keep a list of challengers who are going to be rockstar coaches, and I make sure that I stay in touch with them and that I'm commenting on their posts every now and then, and that I'm messaging them, and that we are in touch, even if it's been some months since they did a challenge group with me. Okay, so, and I heard this, I can't remember which personal development it was. I'm terrible at remembering like quotes exactly, but I remember hearing, and it could have been at Summit, if you don't ask, the answer will always be no. And that really stuck with me. If we don't ask people to be a coach, then the answer is already no. They're not going to join our team. They're not going to become coaches. They're not going to pay this forward and build a business. It's just not going to happen. But if we ask, we might get a yes. And it might take a while to get that yes, but the fact that we could get a yes, I mean, that's a lot better than an automatic no. I also love to talk about coaching in my challenge groups. Just randomly, just little things like, my favorite part of this job is ... or I love that I get to work from home and help you guys, or just, I mean, random little tidbits throughout the week about coaching and about what I'm doing and about, you know, like you guys are all, you know, I just let my challengers know that they could all do this too. I've said so many times, like, man, if I can do this, anyone can. And I'm so excited that I get to, or, you know, things like that. Because again, it kind of puts the idea in our challengers' heads that they can do this, which anyone can. So I know I talk fast. I'm sorry. My next little area is attraction marketing. And this is something that took me a long time to kind of figure out. But attraction marketing, what I mean by that is post about coaching. I think when we jump in as new coaches, it's so easy to post about our fitness journey. It's easy to post about our challenge groups. It's easy to post about our nutrition, about Shakeology, about what we're doing for ourselves physically, and even what we're doing with our challengers. But I did not catch the vision of posting about coaching until way, way into my coaching career. And I wish I had caught that vision like day one and had told people about coaching and about this opportunity day one, because this really is an incredible opportunity. But if you were to each look back at your Facebook page, I would just ask you, when was the last time you posted about coaching? I try to post, I tell my coaches to post about it at least 3 times a week. Ideally, post about it daily, like once a day. And this doesn't mean like a big old join my team post, because those can be a little bit in your face and kind of annoying, right? If they're done daily, like we need to do those every now and then. But I'm talking even like after I get off this call, I'm probably going to put up a post about talking on this call and how amazing it is that I get to connect with new people from like my house while my kids are all getting ready for bed or whatever, you know, which really they're watching a movie. They're not getting ready if we're being honest. But, you know, I mean, just posting little tidbits here and there. I think yesterday I posted about traveling. I've been able to do a lot of traveling this year, and most of that was from Beachbody. I went to the New Leader Conference in January, which you guys will get to go to when you hit 2-star. I went to a diamond retreat with my coach, Summit. I had a retreat for my team in April. So I've been able to kind of like do a lot of traveling this year because of this business. And I've done a lot of traveling that had nothing to do with this business, but was able to take my job with me, like wherever I went. And I posted about that, like how cool that is. I posted about the fact that I didn't have to ask anybody for time off, or I didn't have to take a pay cut because I was leaving town for a week, or I didn't have to try and find someone to cover my shift. Like, these are all things that people want in their lives. They want that freedom to be able to go on a family vacation and not stress out about the financial aspect, or not stress out about someone covering for them. We have that, like we have that freedom. And even if we're not making $10,000 a month, which I am nowhere near that, it doesn't matter. Like it's the freedom aspect that people connect with, because we all know that that's a possibility. And I will tell you that while I'm not there yet, I am absolutely working towards making this a 6-figure income. Like I know it's going to happen. It might take many years, but it'll take many years of me showing up every day, being consistent, recruiting, inviting, and time will do its magic. So anyways, I got off subject, but I would encourage you, again, look at your Facebook feed and see how, like, when was the last time you even posted about coaching, anything about coaching? How often are you posting about coaching? And then set a goal to start posting about this opportunity. If you, one thing that I like to do and probably need to do again is just make a big old list of everything you love about this coaching thing. Like connecting with other women, like who are all over the country, on these Zoom chats. Like as a mom of 4, almost 5, I don't exactly get a lot of adult time, you know, but Beachbody gives me that. Like I get to connect with friends all the time. Running groups, the new friendships we've made, even the income, even if it's $50 a month, like, hey, I paid for our date night this week because of this Beachbody thing. That's kind of cool, you know, whatever it is. And I think we forget that sometimes, like, people don't care how much we're making. Like, I think that sometimes we get it in our heads that we need to be making a significant income before we can post about the income. That's just not true. I think people would love to have an extra $50 a month to pay towards their gas or whatever, you know, so we need to remember that. But make a list of everything you love about this business and then figure out posts to go with each of those. Forward Fitness, if you guys are in the Forward Fitness team page, in the Files tab, Brigitte has a couple of great things to kind of help with posting about the business. There's one that says how to find business building coaches, and there are tons of great like posting examples in there. And the other one is how do I invite to the coaching opportunity before I am successful? So I'd encourage you guys to go into the Forward Fitness Files and look at both of those links, because there are lots of great ideas and fantastic posts that you can take, like read through, make it your own, and start posting. And I'll tell you, when I'm on top of posting about the business, I'm recruiting a lot. I'm not a high recruiter. Normally, I average, I'd say, between 2 and 4 a month. I shoot for 5. I usually hit 4. I'm only at 2 this month. Last month was 7. I've recruited, or 6, I guess. I've recruited 7 in a month before. I'm not like a huge recruiter, but when I am posting consistently about the business, more people are talking to me about the business and wanting to know more and are interested and are thinking about it. And many of my rock star coaches, they watched me for like a year without me even knowing. But because I was posting consistently about the business, they knew that this was something I was not quitting. It wasn't just like a random thing. This was Angell's job, and they wanted a part of it. So being consistent is huge. Another thing about posting about the business, use your social media as a sneak peek. Run sneak peeks. To be honest, I haven't run one in a while. Probably, I mean, it's been since before Summit, but I've been trying to make my posts kind of a sneak peek into coaching. So just telling people different aspects about coaching, about what I do as a coach. Live video is huge. If you guys get on live video, it's super like nerve-wracking. I will not lie. It stresses me out still. But I feel like that's where the magic happens, right? Is outside of our comfort zones. So get outside your comfort zone, do a live video a couple times a week, and share different aspects of this business, like what exactly you do as a coach. Share a little bit about the income part. Share about what it takes to become a coach. The potential of this coaching business, like anything, just share anything, because people are watching and people are listening. Bonnie Angell, if you guys follow her, she is like the queen of the sneak peek, like using her social media as a sneak peek. And she has so many great posts all the time that like without people even knowing it, they're learning all about coaching just from reading her posts. So follow Bonnie Angell. She's fantastic. Okay, and then there's obviously the straight up invites, right? Like these, I'm talking about posting, I'm talking about talking to challengers who are already in our groups and already, you know, falling in love with Beachbody. We need to be inviting like personal invites for coaching as well. And I think about my coach and all of the personal invites she did to me and all the times I said no. But when the time was right, it was right. Like, and I jumped in, and I've seen that with my people as well, with my team as well. So I think it was at the New Leader Conference maybe, and I've heard it before too, but I heard, like, one of the top coaches said, make a list of your dream team. Think of all of your friends, all of your family members, your cousins, your whoever, and write out like 10 names of people that you absolutely would love to have on your team. And then invite them. Like, why the heck not? You know what I mean? We have this incredible opportunity that, if you sit back and think about it, can bring so many blessings. If we're not inviting people to join us, then we're kind of being selfish and we're not sharing this great thing. So do that. Now, I'll say I don't have a single person from my original dream team list on my team. Like, I don't, but I know that they all know exactly what I'm doing, that they all have thought about it. Many of them have jumped in as challengers. And when the time's right, I really do believe that many of them will be with me. So that's one thing that I liked is creating your list of your dream team. And again, it kind of goes back to that whole idea. If you don't ask them, then the answer is already no. But if you ask, then you might get a yes. Okay, so I guess just some final thoughts. I think, first of all, make sure you're running killer challenge groups. I know Samantha mentioned that I've hit Success Club every single month. That's just a non-negotiable for me. Beachbody is not my life. I have 4 kids. I have a baby on the way, a husband. Like, things are busy. My oldest is 9 and almost 10 and 7, almost 8. So we've got like karate and dance and piano lessons and homework time and all sorts of things going on here, that my number one priority is motherhood. Like, I love my babies and I just want them to know that I'm there for them. If they ever were to think that Beachbody came before them, then I failed. You know what I mean? Like, completely. I could go 15-star this year, but if my kids didn't like have me present, it would mean nothing. Like, that would be the worst thing I think ever. So I want you to know that I'm not like 100% 8 hours a day Beachbody. I don't even think I've worked an hour yet today. Like, I'll put in my power hour after the kids are in bed. But my husband had the day off, so we did some other things. So yeah, I've hit Success Club every month, but I have figured out what my non-negotiables are, what I will absolutely do every single day. And that is posting, and that is inviting, and that is adding friends to my network and connecting with people. And obviously drinking my Shakeology and personal development and my workouts. So by doing the vital behaviors and then just those few things to really connect with people, I've been able to grow a successful business and help a lot of people. And I've been able to do it. Some days I have 4 to 6 hours a day to spend. Some days I only have an hour. And with this baby getting closer, I don't know how you're doing, Samantha, but I'm like exhausted. I literally laid down on the couch or on the floor and fell asleep today for an hour while my kids were like running around me. So, you know, whatever. But my point is, figure out what you can do each day and do it. Like, set your non-negotiables. Make sure posting about the opportunity and sharing it with people and inviting people to it is one of those. And I think you'll be amazed at how this will grow. And it's totally the compound effect thing, you guys. Like, I'm sure you've all read it. If you haven't, read it. Like, start it tomorrow. Order it right now. But it's like it wasn't the easiest thing at first. You know, I jumped in full force at the beginning and definitely gave it more than I do now, to be honest. But eventually, like, it just kind of takes off and things become easier and people become more attracted to you and your business. So that all comes with consistency, and that comes with time. Like, it was a good 1.5 to 2 years into my business before I started getting people coming to me every month, surprising me, like asking to be a part of my team or to join my next challenge group, or people that I hadn't even invited. So just people that I'd maybe connected with or whatever. Let's see. So run killer challenge groups. Make that a focus. Like, help people fall in love with these programs and have their lives changed through fitness and Shakeology, because those people are going to naturally want to pay it forward. I had so many friends purchase Insanity and Shakeology before I was a coach because I was talking about it. Like, they were asking me what I was doing, and it was just natural. So help people connect with that and run killer challenge groups. Think about why you became a coach. I think that's huge too. If you connect with why you originally signed up as a coach, then that's going to help you to know how to post about it. That's going to help you know how to reach out to people. And that's going to help you stick with it, even when things are hard, because I won't lie, some months this business is like not hard for me. Other months I'm like trying really hard to hit Success Club 5. Like it's taking more out of me. You know what I'm saying? So, but connecting with why you signed up as a coach originally, that's huge. And then just understanding the blessings that come from this. I knew that one thing I wanted when I jumped in as a coach was to help as many people as I could. I literally had gone from like survival mode mom. I was overweight. I didn't fit any of my clothes anymore. Was still in maternity clothes after, months after my baby was born. I just felt uncomfortable in my skin. I felt unhappy. I think I had baby blues in there. I mean, it was just kind of rough. But when I jumped in with Shakeology and Insanity and lost all the weight in those 2 months, everything changed. My husband could see the change. My kids could see the change. I went from letting my kids watch 3 movies a day to like taking them to the park. I mean, I was totally survival mode mom to like fun mom, and that's what like I said, that's what I wanted. I wanted to be a better wife. I wanted to be a better mother, and Beachbody gave that to me. There are so many other people out there in the world that are like us that are going through the struggles we've gone through. And so if we are just unselfish and remember how it used to be and recognize the blessings of how it is now, then it's going to be easy for us to share that and to invite people to do that. Let's see. Oh, and then just along those lines of me wanting to help as many people as I could, I knew that I personally couldn't reach like hundreds of thousands of people by myself. But by building a team and recruiting coaches, I've been able to help so many more people, like by proxy. Do you know what I mean? Like because people became coaches and they ended up with 10 challengers one month or whatever. That's 10 people that I did not know who are now being blessed by Beachbody because of their coach who joined my team, if that makes sense. So if you want to meet or you want to help like as many people as possible, you have to build a team. Like you have to encourage people to become coaches. And that's about it. I don't know. Samantha, do you have anything else you want me to touch on that I didn't think of?
I had to unmute myself. No, that was amazing. I have like so many notes. They're just, like you said, it's not always, it's just great to hear from different people and different perspectives, walks of life, because this isn't anything we haven't heard before, but it's, I'm on a team call.
Wait till you close on for that.
My husband is walking in a very nice suit right now, which is not usually how he walks into the team calls. He's usually like walking by in his pajamas, and it's embarrassing. But he just got home from work. But it's nice to hear it again and to be reminded that consistency is the key. Like, because I'm impatient, and I always say this, that I have to calm myself down, slow myself down, and to not let it take over my life or my day, and just do like exactly what you said, the non-negotiables, just do it and then move on. I say it a lot in the team, like clock in, clock out. Like, what are your hours? Make them, honor them, and then clock out too. Like, it's not just about clocking in, it's about clocking out, because that's how you get burnt out. A few questions that I just know some of my girls are thinking. What kind of posts have you gotten the most people who've like maybe reached out to you? Any
Okay.
ideas or any examples?
So that is a good question. It's funny because I have a rock star coach who won like $1,500 for his transformation, and he hit Success Club 31 his first month as a coach. Like, this dude is on fire, but he has not had success with recruiting. And I messaged him just this last month and I said, all right, talk to me, like what's going on? And his thing was, he said, because I told him, I said, I just looked over your Facebook feed and you don't have a single post about coaching, like for months. There's nothing. So of course you're not recruiting, I was kind of like harsh with them. But he said something to me that really it was really interesting. He said, Angell, every time I post about coaching, crickets. I get nothing. Mm-hmm. And guess what? Me too. Like, a lot of people don't like those posts or comment on them. Like, yes, I want in. Those are probably my least action posts, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like people don't do a lot with them. But that part doesn't matter to me because I know that there are people who are like watching in the wings, who are a little bit nervous about saying anything or even liking the posts.
Yeah.
Often, like I have put up killer posts that I'm like, oh man, I'm going to recruit like crazy from this one. And it's like my dad and like a cousin like it. You know what I mean? Like nobody likes it. So it's totally hit and miss, to be perfectly honest. Like some people are going to connect with the financial aspect. Some people are going to need that. Some people connect with the friendship aspect or like, you know, being able to connect with other women, or there are just so many different parts of posting that are going to connect with so many different people that I honestly don't pay a ton of attention to how people respond to those posts, because oftentimes it is crickets. But again, I know that when I'm posting consistently and on top of it, I recruit a lot more. And it's truthfully, a lot of times it's people that come to me saying, okay, I want to do this. Tell me more. And they're not people that I'm even inviting that month. They're people that maybe I invited 6 months ago or 3 months ago or when they were a challenger, but they're watching and they continue to watch. And if we're connected, like Facebook is so funny, you guys, and we know that it is. But if we're connecting with people, like even non-Beachbody, just like sending out messages, then Facebook will put your posts in their feed. Like it's just going to happen. If we're not making those connections every day, which is why I try and do like 5 hey girl messages every day, just to random people, just like, hey, how's it going? Just super chill, easy. It does not take a lot of time at all. But by starting up those conversations, those people will start seeing my posts more often. So I don't have a good answer for that because I don't really have any like killer posts that have recruited a ton of people. It's just kind of the consistency of posting, and then people, to be honest, have come to me more.
That's okay, because I think it's good to sometimes not stress about what you're posting. You know, we always want to post with, you know, we don't just want to post, but you know, if you have an idea and you feel you're feeling good about it, you feel passion, you know, you feel inspired because you got a check or because you feel grateful at that moment, post about it and forget about it. I always look at Keisha's, have you looked at her like 6 months thing?
Love Keisha.
I know, I'm like obsessed with her, but she turns off all of her notifications. Well, when she was working full time, she would turn off all of her notifications for her posts. And I was always so impressed with that. And I try to do that because she's believing in the process. She's just believing that and then she comments on every single person. So she always goes back, but she's not letting it consume her. So like I've been trying to do that with myself with posts and messages. So I'll send out my messages in the morning. I'll send out my love, I'm like my love to the universe and to people. And then I turn off my messages. And that's been really, really hard because you get so obsessed. But so it's good to know that we just have to trust the process and just post it. And then, and it's so true because I've had posts that I've written and I'm like, that was inspiring. It was amazing. The picture was beautiful. And then like nobody, and then I post like a random question about something and I have like 75 comments. I'm like,
right?
So, yes. Does anybody else have any questions? You can unmute yourself or I can unmute you if I see you wave or something. But if not, that's okay. I have a bunch of people who messaged me and said, it's just like we talked about before everyone got on. Just fall, I think, is really hard for people. We got sick babies, sick people, lots of things happening all at one time.
It's crazy, I know.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. And I know you're busy and growing a baby. I know it's exhausting.
Yes, you do.
So much. I'll share this recording with you if you want to share it with your team. I'm sure you already talked to them about recruiting, but at least it'll be recorded for you to refer them to.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting